Are you ever concerned that con artists are constantly creating new schemes to deceive seniors on a daily basis? As we age, the world can be an unforgiving place. While technology has brought us many conveniences, it has also created opportunities for criminals who specialize in targeting older adults at their most vulnerable moments. What once seemed safe can quickly turn into a trap, and it is frequently the most trusting and kind-hearted individuals who become victims. This is why being knowledgeable is not merely a good idea. It is essential for protecting the savings you've worked hard for, your peace of mind, and your autonomy. In this video, we will expose 5 new scams that are rapidly spreading among seniors. Each is designed to seem credible at first glance, but they are all schemes that can cause significant harm if not identified. From sophisticated voice fakes on the phone to seemingly legitimate online ploys, these scams are more advanced than ever and are aimed at older adults in increasing numbers. Please stay with me through the entire video, as the last scam we will discuss might be the most unexpected, and knowing about it could save you or someone you care about from a major financial loss. By the end of this video, you will not only understand how to identify these scams, but also feel more empowered and confident in your ability to protect yourself in today's world. Let's begin. Number 1. Tech support scam. One of the most rapidly growing scams today is the tech support scam, which specifically targets seniors who may be less familiar with technology than younger generations. The scam often starts with a phone call or an abrupt pop-up on your computer, alerting you that something is wrong. The alert might claim that your computer is riddled with viruses, that your bank account has been breached, or that your device will shut down if you do not act immediately. This sense of urgency is the bait. When we feel threatened, we are more inclined to listen to anyone offering a solution. The individual on the phone typically presents as professional, composed, and helpful, making it easy to trust that they are legitimate. They may assert that they are from a major company like Microsoft or Apple and guide you through a seemingly genuine procedure to resolve the issue. Often, they will request remote access to your computer to fix the problem. Once they are in, they can view everything on your device, your emails, saved passwords, and bank accounts, and from that point, the potential for damage is immense. Some con artists take it a step further by billing you for non-existent services. They might ask for a small service charge for the supposed repair, frequently demanding payment via gift cards or wire transfers. These payment methods are untraceable, making it impossible to recover your money. What begins as a small sum can quickly escalate into hundreds or even thousands of dollars as they invent new issues to fix. The tragic aspect is that many seniors do not realize they have been conned until long after the money is gone. As an example, consider Harold, a 78-year-old man who encountered a pop-up on his laptop while reading the news. The message warned that his bank account had been compromised and instructed him to call a specific number immediately. When he called, a person claiming to be a technician persuaded Harold to install a program granting remote access. Within moments, the scammer was navigating his computer, moving files to feign a repair. Harold was then told that a $200 payment was necessary to secure his account. Because the request sounded reasonable and urgent, he complied without a second thought. A week later, Harold found that significantly more than $200 had been withdrawn from his bank account. The lesson from this is not to feel ashamed if a similar event happens to you. These scammers are experts at deception, and even the most vigilant individuals can be taken by surprise. What matters is learning to recognize the warning signs. If you receive an unsolicited call claiming your computer is at risk, or if a pop-up demands you call a number right away, it is crucial to stop and think. Reputable companies do not operate in this manner. They do not contact you without cause, and they will never insist on immediate payment through gift cards or wire transfers. Seniors who understand this scam can not only safeguard themselves but also inform others. Discussing these experiences openly can remove the shame and foster empowerment. Every shared story is an opportunity to prevent someone else from falling into the same trap. By staying vigilant and questioning unexpected events, you protect your finances, identity, and peace of mind. Number 2, Medicare and health insurance scam. Another increasingly common scam among seniors targets Medicare and health insurance. It typically starts with a phone call from an individual posing as a representative of Medicare, Social Security, or a health insurance company. The caller might use official-sounding terms and may even cite your Medicare number or other personal details they have acquired from another source. They might claim you are eligible for new benefits, complimentary medical devices, or prescription discounts. The objective is always the same: to manipulate you into revealing sensitive information or agreeing to services that will have a high cost. These scammers are aware that healthcare is a major priority for seniors, and they exploit this to build a deceptive sense of trust. They may inform you that you are entitled to a free health screening or that you need to verify your Medicare information to maintain your coverage. The approach is designed to create a sense of urgency, implying that you could lose your benefits if you fail to cooperate immediately. For anyone who relies on Medicare, this fear can easily trump their better judgment. It is a cruel deception that preys on our deepest anxieties about health and financial stability. Consider the story of Margaret, an 81-year-old widow. She was contacted by someone who claimed to be from Medicare and said she was eligible for a new diabetes monitor at no cost. She only needed to confirm her Medicare number and date of birth. Margaret, hoping to benefit from what seemed like a helpful service, provided the details. A week later, boxes of unneeded medical supplies started showing up at her door. Shortly after, her Medicare statement revealed thousands of dollars in charges for items she never requested or used. By the time she understood what had occurred, the harm had already been done. This scam is so effective because seniors are taught to respect authority, particularly when it involves government entities. When someone claims to represent an official agency, it feels natural to comply. Scammers also depend on the fact that many older adults are dealing with multiple medications or health issues, which makes the offer of free or reduced-cost care highly appealing. The language they use is strategically crafted to lower your defenses and compel you to act without thinking. The reality is that Medicare will never make an unsolicited call to request your personal information. They will not apply pressure to get your details over the phone, and they certainly will not threaten your benefits if you do not comply. The safest action to take if you get such a call is to hang up right away. If you have genuine concerns about your benefits, use the official Medicare number on your card to check. Rely on the contact information you already possess, not what is provided by a stranger on the phone. If you are still with me and finding this information helpful, I would appreciate it if you could comment number 2 below to signal that you are following along. And if you are not yet a subscriber, I encourage you to subscribe and activate notifications so you won't miss any videos. Your support enables us to keep producing quality content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's continue. Number 3. Online shopping and delivery scam. In our modern era, online shopping has become a convenience that many seniors appreciate, particularly as mobility decreases or when ordering from home is simply easier. However, this convenience brings with it a fresh set of schemes that are spreading quickly. These scams often manifest as fraudulent websites, deceptive advertisements, or fake delivery notifications sent via email or text. While they appear legitimate on the surface, they are engineered to steal money, personal information, or both. The scam can start in several ways. You might encounter an advertisement for a product you have wanted, offered at a price that appears too good to be true. Upon clicking the link, you are taken to a professional-looking website featuring images, customer testimonials, and even what seems to be a secure checkout process. However, after you submit your order, the product is never delivered. Worse yet, the scammers now possess your credit card details and billing information. In other instances, you might get a text message or email stating that a package delivery was unsuccessful and prompting you to click a link to reschedule. This link often redirects to a site created to steal your personal data or to infect your device with malware. Let's look at the story of Robert, a 72-year-old retiree with a passion for gardening. He found a website that was offering high-quality gardening tools for half the regular price. The site was filled with appealing images and positive reviews, so Robert proceeded to place an order. Weeks passed, but no package arrived. When he attempted to reach customer service, the phone number was out of service and the email was undeliverable. By that point, the scammers had not only taken his money, but had also tried to make further purchases with his credit card. It was a harsh lesson that even apparently simple transactions can harbor risks. Delivery scams pose an equal threat. A frequent tactic involves sending messages that mimic those from well-known shipping carriers. They might say, "We were unable to deliver your package. Click here to verify your address." For seniors expecting a delivery from a grandchild or a pharmacy, such a message can seem urgent and authentic. However, clicking the link can expose you to identity theft or fraud. The emotional hook in these scams is the feeling of anticipation. When you are awaiting a package, the thought that it could be delayed or lost can provoke an immediate response. Scammers rely on this reaction, urging you to act before you have a chance to think. Once they have your information, the damage can escalate rapidly. The strongest defense is to remember that online safety is much like being cautious at your own front door. In the same way you would not give your wallet to an unexpected person knocking on your door, you should not provide your details to a website or message that you do not completely trust. By remaining vigilant and verifying before you act, you can enjoy the convenience of online shopping without the associated risks. Number 4, romance and companionship scam. Among the most emotionally devastating schemes targeting seniors are those centered on romance and companionship. These scams exploit the universal human need for connection and are often successful because loneliness can be a very powerful emotion in later life. The plot typically starts with a message on a social media platform, a dating website, or even via email. The con artist portrays themselves as a warm, attentive partner, frequently claiming to have similar interests or life experiences. Initially, the conversations appear sincere, filled with kind words and a desire to listen. Over time, a bond of trust is established, and that is when the requests for money start. What makes this particular scam so insidious is that it develops slowly. Unlike tech support or delivery scams that are quick to strike, romance scams can continue for weeks or even months before any financial requests are made. The scammer might claim to be traveling internationally, working on a project in a distant location, or facing a personal crisis. Their stories are designed to elicit sympathy, and because they have already dedicated time to cultivating a relationship, the victim feels a stronger obligation to help. Many seniors end up sending money not just once, but multiple times, believing they are helping someone who genuinely cares for them. Take the case of Eleanor, a 74-year-old widow. She created a social media account to connect with friends and family, but was soon approached by a man who said he was a retired military officer. He was thoughtful, charming, and seemed to understand her feelings of loneliness. After several weeks of pleasant exchanges, he shared a story about being stuck overseas without access to his bank funds. Feeling empathy and trusting the connection they had built, Eleanor wired him money. After she did, the requests became larger and more frequent. By the time she understood it was a scam, she had lost thousands of dollars, and the emotional toll was as significant as the financial one. The cruelty of this scam lies in the fact that it robs seniors not only of their money, but also of their trust. After such an ordeal, many victims struggle to open up to others again, even to genuine people who wish to care for them. The shame and embarrassment can be so intense that they often keep the situation hidden from family and friends until it is too late. How can you protect yourself? The initial step is to be aware of the warning signs. Be wary if someone you have not met in person declares intense emotions very early on. Be alert for excuses that prevent them from meeting you in person, and be dubious of any request for money, regardless of how pressing the reason may seem. A genuine friend or partner will not place you under financial pressure, particularly at the beginning of a relationship. Awareness can turn vulnerability into strength. By understanding how romance scams work, you can still reap the benefits of social connection without becoming a victim. And by sharing what you have learned, you help to protect others as well. If you are still with me and finding this information valuable, I would appreciate it if you could comment number 4 below to signal that you are following along. And if you are not yet a subscriber, I encourage you to subscribe and activate notifications so you won't miss any videos. Your support enables us to keep producing quality content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's continue. Number 5, investment and prize scam. Perhaps one of the most long-standing deceptive tactics, yet still highly effective against seniors, is the investment and prize scam. This scheme can take many forms, but its core principle is always the same. Scammers offer you something significant, guaranteed profits, large winnings, or life-altering returns if you will just act quickly and send them money. Seniors are a primary target because many are seeking secure investments for their retirement or wish to leave an inheritance for their families. While these are admirable goals, scammers twist them into opportunities for exploitation. The investment variation of this scam often starts with a call, an email, or an online advertisement announcing that a new opportunity is poised for success. It could be a stock that you can't afford to miss, a piece of international property, or a special bond that claims to outperform the market. The language is invariably urgent, insisting that you must act now or lose the chance. What they are really after is your money, sent directly to them with no intention of fulfilling any of their promises. Once your money is sent, they vanish, leaving you with nothing but a heavy heart. The prize variation is just as prevalent. You might receive a letter or a call informing you that you have won a lottery, a sweepstakes, or a vacation. Initially, it is thrilling. Who wouldn't enjoy winning something? But then there is a catch. In order to receive your prize, you are required to pay taxes, processing fees, or shipping charges. This is a major red flag. Legitimate lotteries and contests do not require winners to pay money up front to claim their prize. However, in the heat of the moment, many seniors take out their checkbooks or provide their credit card information, only to find out later that the prize was never real. Consider the experience of Frank, a 69-year-old grandfather who enjoyed buying the occasional scratch-off ticket. One afternoon, he received a phone call informing him he had won a foreign lottery. The caller sounded official, even providing a badge number and offering to send documentation for verification. All Frank had to do was wire $3,000 to cover international taxes. Convinced this could be his big break, Frank sent the money. The promised winnings never materialized, and his money was gone for good. The financial loss was painful, but the feeling of betrayal, the realization that his hope had been manipulated, was just as damaging. The effectiveness of these scams stems from their ability to exploit two very strong emotions, hope and fear. Hope that you might finally achieve a financial windfall, and fear that you will miss the opportunity if you don't act immediately. Scammers invent artificial deadlines and apply pressure, advising you not to consult with family or friends. They might say things like, "Keep this confidential until it's finalized," or "You'll lose the deal if you don't act within a few hours." This strategy of isolation is deliberate because when you take a moment to discuss it with someone you trust, the scam often falls apart. The reality is that legitimate investments always come with risks, and no one can promise oversized returns without them. Real prizes never require an advance payment. If someone pressures you with offers that seem too good to be true, it is almost certainly a scam. Always confirm with a trusted advisor, a family member, or a financial institution before you send any money. Slow down, take a moment to reflect, and remember that urgency is a tool used by fraudsters, not by legitimate opportunities. By being aware of these tactics, you protect more than just your finances. You protect your dignity, your peace of mind, and your future security. Sharing this information with friends and community groups can make a significant difference, as awareness is often the most powerful defense. Final thoughts. As we conclude this video, I would like you to take a moment to consider the 5 scams we have explored together. Each one, whether related to tech support, health insurance, online shopping, romance, or investments, demonstrates how inventive and ruthless criminals can be when targeting seniors. But more importantly, each one also shows how powerful knowledge can be in protecting yourself. Awareness is the shield that secures your money, your identity, and your peace of mind from those who would exploit your trust and goodwill. It is normal to feel uneasy upon realizing how prevalent these scams have become. However, I want you to remember something vital. Being vigilant doesn't require you to live in fear. Instead, it enables you to live with strength, wisdom, and self-assurance. Every time you hesitate before clicking a link, question a caller who is pressuring you, or consult a trusted friend before making a choice, you are demonstrating that you are stronger than the scammer who tried to fool you. The truth is that scams will continue to change, but so will your capacity to recognize them. With each piece of information you acquire, you become less of a target and more of a guardian for yourself and your community. Hold on to that fact, because it means you are anything but powerless. You are equipped, capable, and resilient, and that is something no scammer can ever take away from you. Thank you for being with us today. We would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below to share one thing you learned and how you intend to apply it in your life. Your insights are valuable to us, so please do not hesitate to share. Reading your comments provides us with great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us to continue producing quality content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.